So I'm gonna continue. According to Morgan Stanley, the global e-commerce rose from 50% to 21% from 2019 to 2021 of a total retail sales. And there's an estimation of 22% now. Over the long term, actually the e-commerce market still have plenty of rooms to grow, which will increase from 33.3 trillion today to 5.4 trillion in 2026. So actually it's just slightly grow up, it's still growing up. And we're also positive to see the data, and we believe a strong supply chain will definitely help you to sustain the business. And hi, Simon, we're gonna invite our VP of Europe Business Development, Simon, here to share with you more insights.
Yes,
hey,
thank
Simon.
you. Can you hear me?
Yes, good.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it was very cool because the two things that we're not good at is doing the product research and running the ads. And these two are crucial to be able to run a smooth supply chain and to also have it scalable. So I think it's very useful. If you haven't checked out the video or you missed it, you can just definitely see it from Justin Wool and also from just now from Arthur's, just to give some tips. And there's much more content that we will share over social media, but the ones that we see are successful, they find a winning product and they're testing products and do their research, do their homework, and they're running ads, and they have ways to overcome obstacles and blocks and those kind of things. For us, our key focus is on the supply chain. And there's a lot of issues that we had in the past years, but we're getting better and better, and our partners are getting better and better. So that makes it very interesting for you. It's no longer, it is true that retail, you have more competition from retail than 2 years ago because retail wasn't ready for online. A lot of offline channels were not ready for online. Now they are. So it's going to be tough, but in the end, you're much more flexible as an individual, as a solopreneur, or if a small enterprise, to be able to try something and create something and scale it. There are going to be challenges. And the main challenges for Q4 are to be able to have stable supply, especially when you work with multiple suppliers. You have to think of whether you want to do branding and how you're going to do your branding, your store rating, your blocks, your bans, the logistics, and the cash flow. I think what we see is that especially the stable supply is something that you really have to be serious about, because when it comes to holiday seasons and peak events, but particularly for Christmas, don't try to run strong ads and invest a lot of ads from after the 5th of December. Because there's a very big chance that you will not be able to deliver the goods before Christmas. And then you will have a bad review and customers who want to refund their products. So we see some customers scaling really well in December and then have a lot of returns or refunds in January. So be very, very clear and make this plan for yourself with the timeline. What are the timelines for me to be able to run the ads and to find winning products and test them? And when should I stop? It's very important because it's going to give you otherwise a very big headache for your customer service and for yourself to be able to do that. So it's really in the details. And Justin has been saying it, Arthur has been saying it, preparation is the key for Q4. So really do your homework and make sure that you also are sophisticated about your cash flow. The prices are going to go up. So shipping costs are going to go up. Probably your ad spend is going to go up. So you have to be able to be flexible with your cash flow to be able to scale at the right moments and also have a little bit of backup. If you not have enough backup, don't try to scale because it's going to keep you in a squeeze. We see that happening once PayPal blocks you, you suddenly miss the momentum of November and December, and you miss out on an important timing. So it's really, really crucial to be able to do that. So for me, it will be really the stable supply and to be able to do the cash flow. These two, I think, is very important. Logistics is what it is. So we see there's a short delay, a little delay during the peak season, but it is something that you can prepare. So let me I think this is a better mode. So when it comes to peak season itself, these are some data that we got from our system. We see on average, when it's low season, the delivery times, actually it's a little bit better, US or UK. We see now the shipping lines are improving. So estimate, we see UK at the moment is actually these are average of all shipping methods. So there are a few methods that are 4 to 6 days for UK, for Germany, 5 to 7 days, for Netherlands, 6 to 8, for US, 7 to 10. So it's really average. There are different shipping methods that we can use. So when you go to the lower side, but we do see an increase normally in November, December. And we're sharing this with you because we want you to be prepared. You need to be prepared to be able to put in the right data and information in your shop and to notify your customer that there might be a delay, or at least be very transparent, because we see that the sellers that are transparent about it and don't overpromise are going to be successful in the peak season. And it's really something that's crucial to be able to be clear about this, because it can hurt your brand, especially if you want to build a brand, or if you are using your store brand as a name and you want to last longer than a peak season. I think what was cool is the example that was shared with Justin Wu. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. The beanie with the ponytail. Also check what they did last winter, because particularly this winter, there's going to be products that are going to be sold that were successful last year. So we saw this hoodie doing really well 2 years ago. It was single color, just four or five colors in 2020, the winter. Then 2021, it came in all different kind of designs, crazy designs. Now you see this even more different designs for kids, for adults, for family sets. So you see that products evolve over seasons. So the winning product from last year can still be a winning product this year, but it might have some add-ons or some adjustments. So when you look at the data, I think if I remember correctly with Justin, it was like Google data. You can also run a period from winter last year, for example, September to January, and see whether they have a consecutive time, more than 50% of the time running over the 35, if I remember correctly. So it's really important for you to do that. So solutions, we see the solutions can be threefold. So for us, as a supply chain company, we see sourcing is important, fulfillment and shipping, and the branding and the consumer experience. When it comes to the sourcing, the key word is really planning ahead. And also to make it simple for yourself. So really, really try to reduce your variance. If you now have one product in 10 different colors, make it 3. Really try to do that, because it makes yourself much more simple. You can even keep the 10 and say sold out for the other ones and leave these 3. The reason to do this is because then you can buy bulk. You can buy bigger quantities of one product. So now you, instead of 10 different variants, you buy 3. And these 3, you can maybe buy 5 pieces, 10 pieces, 50 pieces, hundreds of pieces. You keep it in a stock in our warehouse in China. It saves you a lot of trouble, because the delivery time from our warehouse might be, let's say, 5 to 7 days, or 7 to 10 days, depends on where you're shipping to. But the main obstacle we see in the peak is getting the supply, because everyone is jumping on the same winning products and they run out of supply. So to be able to have that supply locked in without paying the shipping costs yet, but just only purchase the product, is crucial. It will help you to generate momentum. Within 24 hours, it's shipped out. Really try to do that, because it's going to help you a lot. And timely planning, and planning is also keep track. Our system keeps track of it. When is my stock running out? When should I buy more? And just use the data. Use the data and the logic. And if you're selling products that seasonal products, you have to be cautious. So stop in time and sell out your stock if you can. But don't try to buy more, because you're gonna leave with a lot of stock in your warehouse, which I think is a waste. So do some planning. It's better to be sold out than to have stock remaining. In a way that in all aspects it will be beneficial, because you can stop your ads. It will save you money overall. The categories that we see winning this year, actually, it's a little different, because we see the energy cost is rising up. So we estimate that definitely warm clothing is going to do really well. Gifting for sure, because when there's inflation, people focus more on doing something nice for someone when their time is there, instead of continuously buying things over a period of time. So they put more effort on the festival itself. So gifting is very big. I think seasonal might be a little bit lower. Christmas for sure high, but there will be a little bit of a difference. When it comes to the electricity, I think especially gas the price are going up. So that means general heating systems are run on gas. So that means electronic products that might be heating up the room or at least your office space or something like that. That's definitely going to be something to look after as well. And home and living, especially if there's going to be a lockdown, we saw puzzles do well to entertain your kids, to be able to have a cozy environment in the house, and to really create the atmosphere in the house itself. So we see these four as doing really well. We of course we have ideas on which products run really well. We also see what's running well, but our philosophy is that we don't want to give away winning products from our customer base. So we're willing to help you, of course, to find products that suit you, but do the research. Better to do the research based on exactly the steps that Justin just described. That will help you, it will help us, and it will just make everything much more smoother. When it comes to fulfillment and shipping, it's crucial to focus on speed over price. Whenever you buy a lower price, it becomes a slower delivery. It's just what it is. So I know you're price sensitive, but peak season is not so much on the margin, it's much more on the scale. So you better have 100 orders than 10 orders. So try to really focus on getting good delivery, maybe a recommendation, maybe a customer experience, and don't use AliExpress standard shipping. If you really want to do that, it might say it's going to be delivered in 2 weeks. Most of the time, it's not. I really want to warn you for this because it just gives you a lot of disappointment. And we want to enable entrepreneurs. We want to help you to scale. We don't want to disappoint you. So we want to give you honest input on how you should run your business. There's going to be slower. It's going to be slower. And just like I showed you before, be ready for that. You can definitely compensate by having a little bit of stock in China so you can actually speed up the process. But just be aware, some countries are just going to be a little bit slower. We are doing our best, especially we work with Yun Express. They're amazing. They are just buying planes at the moment just to be able to facilitate fast delivery. And it's helping sellers globally. But it still needs work, and that's what the industry is about. It still needs work to be able to get the lead times that you want to have to be able to do the drop shipping from China during peak season. I definitely recommend, if you would like to buy bulk and put it in your warehouse locally, just reach out to our team. We're happy to support you guys. We do that all the time. Just need to make sure that you plan that ahead. It's already October now. If you're going to place an order and you want to do it by sea, it's already not feasible to benefit from peak, so it has to go by air. Branding and customer experience, consumer experience. If you haven't done any branding yet, don't start now. You can do very simple branding. The simple branding you can do is adding a thank you card, doing a logo sticker, and maybe customize the shipping packaging. But in general, the peak season is not to be able to build a brand, it's basically to benefit from a brand that's already there. So spend your time before Q4 on building the brand. If you want to do some teasers, do the thank you cards, do the logo stickers. To give you a little bit of an example of this is one of our customers. They actually have done the branding quite well. We help them with all steps of the way. Just this is the simple product, what is before, then adding more colors, their brand colors and logo. Same with this massage ball. Also the packaging, really customize it with a nice thank you card, the right plug in it, manual in different languages, even add languages to be able to do that properly, product packaging. So it's all there. We're happy to guide you through this whole process because it's a process. It's not done in 5 to 10 days. This is really planning product by product, getting the quotes, setting a sample, checking the goods. It's time consuming, but this is the long term. So we see a lot of our sellers running drop shipping during peak season, no brand on it, and building a brand on the side. So a lot of drop shippers, they have one or more brands and a general store. If you want to do building a brand, do it on the side because one doesn't exclude the other. It's really what we see that the ones that do successful try to do that and try to outsource some of your tasks as much as possible. When it comes to branding, we do see that in the end people buy more, but you have to be ready to be able to run your operations. So we see that regular promotions, adding a special message, flexible pricing, especially flexible pricing, that means going up and going down. So really try to do that about that you don't have the flexibility to also go a little bit up, because maybe your shipping costs go higher than you expected. So keep a margin in there, keep some room in that. It really can be that tomorrow or in 1 week from now, the pricing is different and you already calculated your margins. So be prepared. Discounting up to 25%. Arthur's just mentioned up to 50% is based on the Facebook logic. We recommend 25%, but he's the expert on Facebook, so let him do that. And try to be honest. If you start making up things and start lying about things, it's going to be very damaging for your brand. And you have to build a whole new store, a whole new brand to be able to recreate what you had up till then. These are tips for the peak season. A little bit about HyperSKU itself. Basically, we offer a solution for global online sellers. This is sort of like how our system works. Our system is you have your own store, you connect your store, and all the information comes into our app. And this app is connected with our warehouse, our back office. And once the order comes, you have an order comes in our system, you purchase the product, you place the order with us, we purchase from the supplier, send it to our own warehouse, check the goods, and from there ship it out. Tons of people are using it, thousands of people are using it. A lot of customers of Justin Wu are using us. We're growing, we're still growing. There's still a lot of space to grow. So don't worry, we have enough space, we have enough resources to be able to handle your inquiries. So do reach out to me, Gisela, or one of our team members, or just start a chat. Go to hypersku.com, have a conversation with us. Check out our social media. We're always online to reply your message. We have more than 10,000 stores connected now. We have a database of 1 million plus products. You can scroll through once you've created an account. So not on our website, but you have to create an account first to be able to do that. Don't worry, the account is free. You can just give it a try. It doesn't cost you anything. Our earner model is that we only make money when you have orders. So we only make money when you scale. Shipping is in general 7 to 12 days. Delivery rate is quite high, mainly using Express. We don't ship global, but almost global. So just be aware of that. 72 different destinations. We are trying to expand more and more, but because our philosophy is we want it to be delivered within 2 weeks, and some countries just don't allow that right now. Processing, yeah. So we have 7 different warehouses, I think 8 by now, and yeah. These are some partners you might have known. So we have some discounts as well that you can, whenever you use a certain service in HyperSKU, in your account, after you created one, you can see all the services and potential discounts on Pioneer, Uni, Halotex, Z, all these kind of players. They're all there for you. So we're trying to contribute to our community to be able to give you the information you need. And hopefully we helped you to get you on the way for a profitable Q4 this year. If you have any questions, we're on all the social medias. If you would like to have a call, you can also inquire. We have a scheduled call. We just have a Q&A. We just show you the system. If you're interested in affiliate and promoting us, we have a team there. Gisela and our team is there to be able to follow up with you guys. That's all I wanted to share.
Okay, thank you, Simon.
You're very welcome.
So, guys, if you do have any questions, please leave it in the Q&A section. I think Marilyn asked a question like whether we have a warehouse in the Netherlands.
So we don't have a warehouse in the Netherlands. We have one in the US and several in China. We want to have one, but we're going to do that probably next year. might not. I'm not sure if it's going to be in the Netherlands. I know you're based in the Netherlands, Mary. But the thing is that now everyone that wants to buy bulk, they still have a preference for their own warehouse partner. And for us, the difficulty is in the system, because if you buy 50 pieces and put 20 pieces in the Netherlands and 30 in China, our system needs to know when to use what stock. So that logic is something. That logic is something that is difficult for us to integrate. So it's all about the data integration. We're doing that. We're now prioritizing getting more connected with other platforms outside of Shopify, WooCommerce, to be able to get our reach. It's definitely on the agenda. So I think it's going to be next year. Oh, sorry, Mary, I see you're in the US. I apologize for that.
Yeah.
Your
I think the reason behind this.
Sorry?
Yeah, I think the reason behind this is also about the shipping time. But actually,
Yeah.
the shipping time from China to the Netherlands was stable at our end.
China to the Netherlands is stable. Yeah, the best performing countries are UK, Germany. Netherlands comes in third. I think we see in general that a lot of people focus on Western Europe and Northern Europe for when it comes to dropshipping. We see that Southern Europe is more dominated still with AliExpress, and Eastern Europe has a lot of cash on delivery, which is more difficult to do from China. So my area is Europe, so that's why I emphasize on these areas. But US and Canada is in general very stable, unless there's going to be like a storm or there's going to be some kind of lockdown. Then there might be some issues, but it should not be.
Yeah. But back to the question, it is still like we would like to say it's very stable, like from China to Netherlands of our shipping. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, guys, if you still have any questions, please reach out HyperSKU, and we will reply the message via our social media and also our website. And all of this webinar will be recorded and we will manage to upload to our YouTube channel. You just go to YouTube and search for HyperSKU, and then you see the webinar recorded over there. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all for our webinar this time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. See you.
Okay. See you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.